YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So here we are with the Son of a Gravedigger. I finally got in these front bumpers off of eBay, TP Front Bumpers, and we're going to be doing that as an install today. So stay tuned and watch the rest of this video. Alright, here we go. Hey, what's up YouTube? So welcome back to another edition of What's New Today. So today I'm going to be installing this TP front bumper for the LMT. In this case I'm going to be doing it on my Son of a Gravedigger. As you know, I do have a different body on top of my Gravedigger, which is this Ford custom wide body. And if you watched the last bash that I had on this, basically I had to raise the body. I was going to cut it, but instead of cutting it, all I had to do was just raise the post up 1 or 2 notches, and that seems to have cleared everything, as you can see here. So we saved having to cut the body and basically just raised it. So I'll be installing this front bumper today. We'll see how it protects the front end. If you already know, I did already shoe glue and put drywall tape on it, on this body as well as the other body, and that seems to be doing very well. But we want to put this on too and make sure we get better protection for the front end. Okay, so stay tuned and we're going to do that. All right. Okay guys, so we are back. So I kind of went back to the eBay page just to look at some of the pictures that they have here. So I'm going by this Son of a Gravedigger picture, and if you can see this, so basically they're using 3 of the lower mounts. So if we look here at the Son of a Gravedigger one, there are 2 positions where they actually were going to reuse the stock nuts or screws. Or maybe if I take it out, I'll just take a look at it and see if any of those matches the silver one. So at least we have matching ones. And we have this back screw. So that's why they only include 1 nut. So we're going to use this 1 nut or nylon nut for the rear ones. Okay, so let's take out the lower ones. The screws that's in the frame or chassis, and I'm going to use my drill here just to make things a little bit easier. I'll get my 2.0 drill bit, and we'll take a look. Turn this down, my clutch down to 8. So that's a long one, and this is a long one, so we're gonna match it up with this one. Okay, so we have long to replace long and long to replace long, so that makes sense, just so that I guess you have more uniformity, so that it just looks nicer when you put on your brace, that everything is this color. So we're gonna put in the first one, here. I'm gonna hand thread it just to start it. Okay, start with the second one. Again, I'm gonna hand thread it just to start it. And the short one we'll put in last. Yep, and that does match. And we'll get our lock nut, put it on the rear. So it doesn't look like it's going to be, I mean, it shouldn't take you long. I mean, it takes longer just to figure it out, because a lot of these sellers, when they send things just to save on money, they're not going to send you instructions, and that's just to save on cost, which is understandable. I mean, they're trying to make profit, so any way that they can save cost, most people can figure it out on their own. Especially, you know, if you're already in the hobby, you can figure these kind of things out. So, okay, that's 1. That's 2. So I got that done. I'm gonna flip it around. Yep, that makes more sense. As you can see there, it is clearing much better. So I'll flip it over and we'll do the next side. Flip this over. I'll get my screws ready. So again, we're going to use 2 of the long ones and 1 of the short ones and a lock nut. So just getting that ready. There's my other lock nut. Oh, should be still here, so yeah. So let's take this off. Okay, we got that out. Take this out. And again, we are going to loosen the 2 stock black ones. Like so. And then we are going to replace it with these stainless steel or aluminized or whatever material this is made out of. Like so. That's 1. This is 2. Okay, hand starting those. And I get the short one as the last one to put on the back side, and we'll use our lock nut again to cinch this down. So this shouldn't take too long, unless of course you lose a nut like I just almost did. I hate when I lose a nut here because my floors is tile, so if it ever hits the floor it bounces around and it gets difficult to find, but luckily it is like white tile, so at least if it's like a black nut or screw, I can kind of find it, and hopefully it doesn't go too far. But yeah, it shouldn't take too long. I would say 15 minutes, half an hour at the most, for most people. If you have electric tools, it helps a lot, which I found out to be the case. I like using electric tools, especially with this kind of stuff where it has clutches, so you don't over tighten things if you don't want to over tighten things. Okay, so that's that, and then I'm gonna hand tighten this. So the last thing we got to do is I'm just gonna switch it over and go back on this side. I just prefer this way for whatever reason. But okay, so we're back on this side. Lift up the body. Now all we got to do is put on the cross braces or the cross pins, and that's just for stability, for strength. So we're going to need 3 on each side, and again I'm just going to hand tighten these as I put them in. No, I'm going to do both sides at a time. That way they don't dangle. And it's easy to kind of already see how they go in. See that? So once I get them fingers started, all I got to do is just tighten it the rest of the way. The mods that you can do with your LMT is basically just like any RC. It's all up to your imagination. Most people are doing braces, not braces, but axles, which is understandable. I mean, it was winter time, or it's still cold in the mainland, so they're breaking a lot of their axles. So they are replacing it with trio. I've heard of other people starting to mill out their own, as well as 3D print different types of braces. But that seems to be the most common mods that people are doing. I've seen a few already that people have changed their power plants. I already seen, I think someone on YouTube already has like a 6S system on theirs. So, I mean, I think that this 3S system is pretty good already, but I guess for those people who want to be the first, yeah, if they got the power plant already ready, you know, sitting on the side and want to make use of it, I guess, you know, go for it. More power to you if you want to go 6S or 4S. And and just mentioning 4S, I did see Kevin Talbot put in a 4S LiPo on this system, and it actually ran. The ESC did recognize it, and it did run. Now I'm not sure how everything is going to be in terms of longevity for your ESC and your motor, but he was able to run it for that one bash. So you know, if you want to try it, you take your own risk and try it, but at least, you know, you're able to do that. I do have like a Hobbywing Max 6 power system, but I was going to say that for my infraction or felony, but so far haven't need to use it. But I'm keeping this at stock at 3S because it seems to be fine as is at 3S. So as you can see, here we go. Like I was mentioning, I'm not using any Loctite. I mean, I can go back and Loctite this later on with blue Loctite, but don't really seem to think it's gonna need any Loctite until maybe I do off my first bashing. If I start to hit things or if it starts to come loose, then I'll start using blue Loctite. But it is recommended that you do use blue Loctite if it's metal on metal. Now in this case, we have 3 here and then 1 in the back because it does use a lock nut. Okay, so you can use blue Loctite if you want. I'm just going to leave it off for now, just for the shooting of this video. And we are going to put their body on and see how clearance is. Yep, so it clears perfectly. So we're not going to have any issues like how I first tried to mount it. Basically, this is how you would mount the bumper. And it looks like this from the front. You can see that. That's from the top. And this is from the side. Okay, so mostly what I was concerned about is actually hitting the lights and this entire grill. So at least this does kind of protect the lower part of the grill. With the shoe glue and the drywall tape, you know, this has become pretty rigid already. I mean, in comparison to the Gravedigger, this front nose is a little bit more rigid because of this grill. The stock grill on the Gravedigger is a little bit more flimsy, and I'll kind of show you that here. I have it in my closet because, as you know, I have the custom wide body Ford. But on the Gravedigger body, let me see if I can put this here. The part that's kind of flimsy is the headlights because it is further out from center. So this is a little bit more rigid now because, again, I did shoe glue it. So I did shoe glue it. Over here, it is more rigid. But as you look here, this is stock out of the box was pretty flimsy. So I noticed a lot of people like Earl Moorhead and in some other videos when they're bashing, this was already cracking. But with the shoe glue and drywall tape, it's a lot more rigid, but it is still yet a little bit more flimsy, as you can see here, compared to the Son of a Gravedigger. Because the Son of a Gravedigger is basically just the fenders out here, so I'm not worried about that too much. It's more of the lights. Eventually, if you're a hard basher, you're gonna crack these lenses anyway. But if you do shoe good, at least you will have some rigidity there. So these are the two bodies. Now I'm gonna see how it is with the custom Gravedigger body. If I can fit it on that one and put it on the custom wide body, then I'll do the other ones because I do have another set of TP front bumpers. So again, I did buy these at $25 each. Maybe if you check on eBay, you can find that post. Let me see if I still got the listing here. Because this is the seller. So front bumper, you can buy one at $29. It gets cheaper here. And then there is a make offer. So again, guys, I did offer to buy 2 at $25 each, and he did accept, or this person did accept. And the seller is this one, ZGZH. So, not sure if there's any other things that he has here. We can visit the store and see what else he has, but yeah, it's just a variety of things. Basically, I think this is just like an Asian seller, someone in Asia that's just selling, Chinese-made parts. So you can visit his webpage and see if he has anything else for low C or anything like that. Okay, so that's it, gang. That's the installation of this front bumper. It looks really nice. It is, pretty sturdy. It's a nice aluminum. Basically what you would see anybody else making for this vehicle or for any other RC part. It's nice quality aluminum. It's sturdy. It's going to do its job. And if you want to paint it, you can paint it to match the frame, because the frame is all black. And this is the current state of my Son of a Gravedigger. Basically, there's not much that I've done to it. Basically, I just put it on these PureTech Velcro straps. I found it a little bit easier to put my battery in and out compared to the rubber strap, because I had a hard time getting to the back part, even with the tips about pinching the rubber strap and pulling it, and then kind of like putting it in place to secure it. These PureTech Velcro straps are a lot easier. So, and other than that, nothing else different. Shoe good, the body. If you watch my other videos, I put Tesla tape for my wiring for the headlight, so it doesn't get frayed or cut, or it just makes it a little bit more tidier. I did kind of use ink pen to paint that, so I have a gas tank that's painted, but everything else is stock. Haven't run into any other problems yet. So I hope you like the gang. Hope you like this video. It's the Son of a Gravedigger with the front nose piece, front guard, front grille. So I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Alright guys, see you soon. Bye.